the first time I found a damn porn tape.
Wow.
And I'm curious about this because women don't talk about this the same.
Why not?
They
true.
They don't. No.
Really?
What happened?
Yeah. What's that like?
Wow. I felt okay. So as a girl,
Quick question. Did you ever rewind it? Definitely, you did. Yeah. Next.
The pause was enough. No. No.
so as a girl, like when you I think I can speak for most women when I say this. When I found the porn tape, like that's my mom.
Whoa.
No, not saying that the porn tape. No, not that the porn tape was my mom.
I don't think you can speak for most women.
No, wait a minute.
What tape was this?
Rewind.
Right.
They didn't rewind the tape either?
Hey, I am so awkward. I don't know if I want to hear it or leave. Wait a minute.
That's good.
No, okay, guys, let's start
Wow.
over. Take two.
Wow. Right, you did.
That is not my
That's the whole moment. Okay, great.
It was not my mom, guys. It was not my mom. But it's the fact how we process it. Like, oh my God, my mom is watching porn. We think of our moms like that's mom.
Yeah, she's not capable of that.
Gonna do. What are you doing?
Nah.
So it's like for us, it's like kind of gross.
So, I think
a little bit.
The statute of limitations is probably passed on this. Right? So
it's so bad.
When I was a kid, probably like 14 or 15. I had a job to paint houses on this particular road with like a whole bunch of matching houses, right? And we knew the people that lived in the houses or whatever. I'm trying to be a little vague. There happened to be, and this is like 1989 or 90 or 91, somewhere around there, right? There was a couple, it was two women, and they said, while we're gone and you're painting, feel free to come in the house and drink drinks or whatever you need.
Okay, cool.
Bro, I'd never seen two women together in my life. This was the weirdest thing, to us out in a hillbilly town. So, of course, you took two teenage boys and you say you can come in the house and look. What are you going to do?
You're going to find a whole bunch of shit.
You're going to go look.
Yeah.
You're going to go look. You want to know?
You guys are like
it's
sword fighting.
Curious, right?
Yeah.
So went into the room and there were like, I shouldn't even say this. There was a poster of Paula Abdul on the wall.
Oh, I had a poster of Paula Abdul on the wall in 1989 too, guaranteed.
And I remember just looking at it like, why? Like, it's weird. I couldn't comprehend all the things. I was too young.
Yeah.
Like, I was young but curious and it was weird. And all I remember hearing, though, is I went back out in the living room because I was like, this is fucking weird. I don't want to see this. I'm gonna head out. And then I hear my cousin screaming, oh, my God. And I'm like, what's he screaming about? And he comes running out of the room. And you watch Revenge of the Nerds, Lamar, when he holds like the javelin and it's like, like things in the middle.
Okay.
He's standing there with a double-ended, like,
dildo.
Dude, it had to be like 2.5 feet long.
Yep.
And he's got it in his hand and he's going, look at this, and it's wobbling. It's like, what are you doing?
Like, hey,
he's not even thinking, like, why are you touching it?
Why are you touching this?
Do you know how much DNA is on there?
But he's yelling and laughing, and I'm watching like this. It's like slow motion rubber jumping in his hands.
Why are
like
you
he's cheering with a shake weight?
And what did you grab it at when you first found it?
I know. Did you start on the end or did you start in the middle?
You gotta go in the middle.
And where was the tape stopped at?
Right. You know.
Where was the tape?
Where's the tape? Then you learn way too much in that scenario. No, but I remember just looking at it like in slow motion, like, what am I seeing right now? And why is this in your hand? Why didn't you just call me to look inside the drawer?
Dude, look.
Why do you need to come out here?
He came out there with the damn gadget.
Oh, yeah.
Like he was getting ready to start like a Roman war with a spear.
And he was super excited. All the things you found. You didn't find panties.
No, you
no
came
lingerie. Out. You came out with the dildo and was super excited. So
I would be chasing you with that.
Very excited about
it. He's taking it with him.
But when you're young,
I'm going to show everybody.
You're curious.
You're curious.
So you get this tape and it's not rewound. But it's not your mom. We figured that out, thank God.
No, it's not my mom and it wasn't.
So what happens? You get it, you throw it in.
Yeah.
What do you think about throwing it in?
No, I'm a daredevil.
Okay.
So I risk taker. I was that kid. I didn't give a fuck about getting in trouble.
Okay.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So, no, I popped it in and I looked at it and I was like, wow. I sat there. I watched it. I watched it.
Actually consumed it, whereas us, we would have been like...
Yeah, I actually watched the shit. I did. And I thought it was
How was the storyline?
So, back then, right, because back then, it was a plot for all type of fucking porn and shit. But they were about a pool. They were about a pool. And it was actually a threesome.
Oh.
It was actually a threesome. I remember this shit because it was like astonishing to me.
That's hardcore for your first look.
Yes, it really was. And so, yeah, they were by the pool and there was a black girl, black guy, and a little Asian chick. And the shit was, they did they shit. And I was
sitting there like,
I watched
the whole thing?
Yes. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched a good minute of it. No, I didn't watch the whole thing. Probably like...
Yeah. Has anybody ever seen the credits on a porno?
15 minutes.
And then you get to the end eventually when like the VHS tapes.
That's a long time.
Yeah, that's a long time.
15 minutes is a haul into a porn.
I watched that shit.
In depth.
Because you know why? My mom never talked to me about sex.
Oh, that makes sense.
So that was like my first like understanding sex, right? I never was taught like in detail about that stuff. So porn was like my first vision of sex.
Sweet Jesus, man.
There we go.
Straight to the point.
Yeah. Straight to the... Man, it's over with.
Shit's different now. Like,
and the best part about it, he had 2 girls, so she's like, okay, so 2 girls is normal.
Yeah, like, bro,
yeah.
So this is normal.
It's normal, but it wasn't normal then because, it wasn't, people weren't coming out.
Young people aren't capable of threesomes.
But it makes you angry that some people having threesomes that you don't even know.
You don't know. Yeah. It was crazy. It was crazy.
That is funny.
We didn't know shit back then.
But why would women not like talk? Okay, I don't know.
And I got something for you.
They might now, or I just come from an area where it just didn't seem like something that women were talking about much.
Yeah.
Like,
I never heard any girls back then like talking about that shit.
Me neither.
No.
Like, the fellas would, but no girls at school were like, hey, I fucking watch this. Like, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have complained if they did. No, we couldn't handle it. You can't have 2 genders with the same levels of like fucking passion or horniness.
Why not?
No, that's too much.
Oh no,
dude, you can't have 2 people with.
No, you can't.
Oh, you can.
You can.
But I feel like
it will. Yeah,
that's how you mess around and get pegged.
No. Not going.
Too much anger in the same room.
Hold on.
Somebody needs to balance somebody out.
No, and what I mean by it's great that all 3 of y'all have, because if all y'all 3 have that attraction, the energy is diluted to 2 people. You're not really just giving it to one person.
Not
so you have to another person when you said you had the 2 women and they all have the same and you have the same. So y'all even it out and just doing a lot of exploring.
Well, don't say eating out, man.
Definitely out.
Did you say eating out or evening out?
Even.
I thought he said evening out.
My ears weren't working.
You're gonna both.
It did like he said eating out.
I was like,
we're gonna.
But you always have to have someone that's a little bit scary. I think that makes it better.
Not true.
What, like wearing a clown mask?
No, not scary. I mean, like on the sense of apprehensive, like a little nervousness or whatever.
We all do. We all got that. But I mean, and the point is, somebody is teaching you something different. Everybody don't know the same. Everybody has not been with the same person all the time. Man. So there's nothing wrong with teaching something different. So they got that energy. It'll never be combative. You don't always.
I don't care if somebody has a threesome or foursome or whatever.
He's a connoisseur and shit. Like, you know.
But back to what I was trying to show you about the dildo thing. I want to show you this TikTok. Did
you pause the video?
No, this guy. No, he dropped the dildo and he thought somebody would just say something to him. Instead, I'm gonna show you what the guy did. He drops it, bam.
No.
That's what your buddy did.
No. you don't pick up somebody's drop dildo and put it in your pocket.
He put the shit in the pocket, Gary. He picked up the drop dildo and put it in the pocket.
I can show you, Gary. I would. Maybe he can show you, but
put it up in the camera. There you go.
Oh, he can see it. Watch. Rewind it back, baby.
No, it'll recycle. Okay. It's short. You ready, Gary?
Yep, I'm ready. I was born ready.
It's the me.
Do. Guy driving by, drops his big rubber wanger.
Oh,
And he puts it in his fucking pocket.
That's not
pick it up.
Why did he pick it up and then like nonchalantly like he didn't even miss a beat?
No,
like, that was like a 20 on the ground.
Intrusive thoughts won me that day.
It's like he was waiting on somebody to drop their shit.
Fucking Merry Christmas.
To drop their dildo to this.
I think like I might like reach down to grab it and then notice what it is, and then you just gotta keep walking.
Here's what it looked like. He looked like a guy who found a Chinese food flyer and was hungry at the same time. He was already hungry.
He was like, put it in his pocket.
He was like,
when I
he's like in stride.
Hey,
like
it was
he didn't
perfect.
even.
He didn't miss a beat. At first, I was like, why would he been?
The only thing more he could have done is done like that flip and catch it with the other end.
Oh yeah,
like a flashlight.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
He just put it in his jacket pocket.
He made sure it was him because he went the other direction because he was in the same path. Once he realized it was his, he's like, I'm going this way. He is never going to do this.
Oh yeah,
I need a part 2.
But can you imagine what the guy was like?
How did he not follow that guy?
No, there's a joke. He did it on purpose. He was running the joke.
Expected somebody to laugh. And
it's a laugh.
And this fool pick it up and take it home with him. You nasty mother sucker. You fucking nasty. Look,
it looks used.
It wasn't rap.
No, it was bounced.
That shit didn't hit the damn ground.
I don't even care if that's in the original packaging. like you don't pick it up. Like
I would have picked it up.
Don't pick it up.
What do you need that for? Like
what you doing? Well, we know what he needs it for, Gary.
I'm going
yeah, but just
if you fucking use it.
No, maybe he had something at home that
he got the fucking tape stopped.
But does he got Amazon?
Hey, you know the funny
if he
part
really needs
is,
one that bad, just Amazon that shit.
You know the funny part is,
but that one was free.
You doing the joke? How do you go back and get it?
No,
not weirdo.
Hey, can I get the dildo back that you dropped?
I think you have to. You gotta go up to him, be like, excuse me, sir, like I dropped something.
That's when you go into documentarian mode. You back up you gotta, and use a wire and you watch where this dildo lands.
No, you gotta go talk to that dude and just find out why the hell he just did that.
Yeah. As soon as that thing went in his jacket pocket, I would have been fucking an inspector, hiding behind a trash can with my camera, following. I gotta see what
I gotta see what the fuck he's gonna do with it.
Like, where is he going?
Where you going?
Is he on his way to work?
He's going home.
He just wants McDonald's.
And he's going
I
to
need an
replay that damn
explanation.
tape.
Like that's so like the cliffhanger, but you'll never get that.
You can't get me that far and leave me. I need to know what.
Did he pick it up and then realize what it was and then just tuck it away because he didn't want anybody to see him like
to put it back down?
Yeah, a smile on his face that you.
He just hit the fucking jackpot. Like I got me a free one.
I got me a free one.
Man.
Free one.
Fuck. Oh, God.
This one's thick.
Oh man.
Funny. No, put that down. He needs a mom.
That's a spanking.
Yeah, he needs a no.
What are you doing?
That's like,
so you tell me,
you know how
you would have followed.
You remember when a kid like would hold on to it even though you were shaking their hand to drop it?
You don't know where that's been.
You know
he got a death grip on that damn thing.
So wait, you telling me y'all would follow him, right?
I would have followed him.
I would go right up to him. I would go right up to be like, excuse me, I think I dropped something.
What if he said no?
No, what if he told you? No, I know what you're talking about.
I got you on video. That's my prosthetic penis.
Video back.
Are you getting arrested?
The dildo in your right pocket.
Is in your right pocket.
Can I get that back?
Are you just happy to see me? I don't think you're just happy to see me. I think this, you got my dildo. That's it's right there. I see it.
Imagine the embarrassment.
Oh man.
Was he gonna wash it?
He
We gotta put it in the dishwasher. Gotta go in the dishwasher, I think.
Gary's frozen?
Gary is frozen. That's all right, though. Now we're going to talk about Gary over and
I can hear you.
while he sits there and looks at us.
He got Down syndrome sitting there. He's okay.
When did you find that video?
I don't know, but that is funny.
I sent you that video.
That dude looked mildly creepy.
Oh, no. I got that from Carnita. She sent me, she sent me.
Oh, Carnita sends all type of crazy shit.
All of it. When she sent that one, I was done.
Who picks up a rando dildo?
That is weird.
Drop. You know, you hit a.
That's some shit
That's
you see
weird.
after like a tornado. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're driving through the city, like all these houses are torn apart, and then there's a random dildo from somebody's nightstand that flew through.
Weird.
But see, you hear that mostly in hotel jokes. You know, they left it in the hotel, cool. But I've never seen it just drop it.
See,
And
I have a problem with the hotel dildo.
Who finna pick it up? Like Gary said, In the midst of my hand going that, I noticed it. Wait a minute. Yo.
I have a problem.
You dropped some. Hey, you may want to come back and get this.
Big, my man, come get this.
So, who takes a dildo to a hotel?
You got to have a road dildo if you like use those.
Dildo?
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
But if you're into dildos, like you probably got the road one.
If you travel with it, you've gone too far.
Well, some people maybe.
It's a lot of people traveling with a whole kid.
With their,
Come on now, whole kids.
Yeah.
Why do you need a dildo if you're already in a hotel room?
What? It's themselves.
They maybe shooting content.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the content.
Yeah, this is 24.
Yeah. OnlyFans and shit.
Oh, now.
It's a lot
Freaky
of things
people,
out there.
you know.
OnlyFans is weird, man.
Do you
It's
have an
very
account?
weird.
No.
I know.
He does. It's
me. I guess
he does.
Shit, somebody wants to see
His
somebody.
name's Hajix is his name.
Hajix.
Hajix.
Backwards, J Hicks.
Yes.
Did you say Hajix?
Hajix.
Hajix.
That's
like
his name on
You look like
OnlyFans.
I'm going to put out some content. As I stroke my beard.
Somebody will pay you to stroke your damn beard.
Oh, I could do beard porn.
Dad bods are one of the
Like, they
fastest
do,
growing
like-
demographics.
OnlyFans is for any and everything now. It's not just about
I told Tara
sex.
to put her feet on there.
Yeah, that's what I was about
She's
to say.
like, no.
People have feet fetishes and shit.
There's
just
girls I know
weird
that make
things.
like 30 grand a month just with their feet.
30 grand?
Like, can I put my
Yep.
feet on OnlyFans?
For 30 grand a month.
I think we can do that, huh?
Why not? I mean, unless your name is tattooed on them.
Yeah,
don't
like,
care. Just
put
let
your
me know.
fucking feet up
Their
there.
feet.
Put your
I
feet
wouldn't
on
give a
OnlyFans.
who knew? If I'm making so much a month, someone can make fun of me. I don't give
ugly
a
ass feet on there.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Somebody wants
some
it
people-
though.
Yeah, they
You
do.
never know.
I'm sure.
Like, oh,
Wow.
There's a bunch of strange people.
looking at the
There's an
crack
ass
in
for
my
every
heel.
seat. Yeah.
Look at the callus on my feet.
Look at the crack in my right heel.
Describing me so nicely. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, my OnlyFans would be the fucking stupidest thing you'd ever seen. Oh no, Gary, what's your OnlyFans look like? What's your specialty?
Shit. Like I'm
Oh,
an observer, not a performer.
oh, that's a creepy category too. Do you do the chair in the corner of the room?
Mm.
Is
I
it
do
your
the-
girlfriend that's
with
in
the
this
shirt off.
situation?
With the shirt
Negative.
off.
I do the you're gonna pay me some money and I will shoot an edit of this for you and then I will return it.
It's not illegal if you're behind a camera.
No.
Isn't that the thing? Which is so weird.
That is weird.
But if there's a camera there, then it's not.
Being behind the camera is a weird thing in general. Like you forget everything else around you. I've walked onto highways. I've seen people walk onto a runway before. I've seen people walk right into pools. I've walked into walls. Like people have been shooting at each other and you're in the camera and you don't even care. Like you're just trying to get the shot and like tunnel vision. It's like, it's a weird thing. Like
Gen Z
I've
is a
shot-
bunch of combat correspondents with their phones.
Love it.
oh yeah, they're like, they don't do shit. Like they'll watch like an old lady getting her ass kicked and it'll be like 9
And
people
do
fucking
absolutely
videotaping it.
nothing.
Yeah, like that shit does not fly. With
Screaming
like,
world star.
Yeah, like so many tapes
I
you
don't
see of
get
shit.
it.
You're like, whoever did that's the biggest pussy on earth. Like,
Hey,
you
that
gotta
happened.
go.
That happened to me once. I was on a train on a CTA. Too much info, but I was just hanging out. Took the train to my car because I didn't want to park in a certain neighborhood. Got to play it off. Jump on the train, and this guy and this girl was on the train fighting. Like he was on top of her, and she kept saying, "Stop, stop, stop." I looked up like, man, he like, this my girl, this my girl. She won't let me go through her phone. She been cheating. I'm like, oh, okay. So I turned to walk away. She like, I don't know him. He don't even know my name.
Oh no.
He's trying to steal my phone. So I stopped, turned and looked at him. He's looking at me. I said, what's her name?
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Did he run?
He got up. He got up. He was like, and walked away. And she was like, thank you. The crazy part is, it was a whole bunch of people sitting there watching.
Yeah, that's what they do.
I can't watch.
That's
only
exactly
gotta
what
say
they
I'm
do.
not capable of being the watcher.
Yeah, it's a
Okay,
bit much.
I can't mind my own business.
Right. I can, but it just threw me off. I don't like to see domestic violence. But let alone that, if I could stop it to prevent it, like, hey, y'all need to stop, let it go. But when he said, she was cheating, I want to mind my business until she said he don't even know my name.
Thank God she had the wherewithal to say
I
something
was
to you.
like, wow.
But it's just the people that record. It's the recording. It's the recording that is, to me, is disgusting as hell.
And then they do a bad job of it too. And you're like, what the fuck?
Who's jumping around? You're gonna be fucking, you gotta record.
Yeah,
just hold the camera still.
And we fucking keep it wide and fucking hold it still. So we can
see every goddamn.
Yeah, stop filming shit vertical. I can just see the rest of the fucking screen.
No, what happening?
Not portrait.
Yeah, everything. I know that we sound like we're old people now, but fuck, I can't stand it.
No, like it. Some asshole way back, like 10 years ago, just didn't turn his fucking phone sideways, and then like forever, like TikTok now finally has it where it goes full screen sideways. Thank God.
Yeah, they just started implementing that full screen sideways on TikTok, which is great for our show.
Because they did it on TikTok.
Yeah, so it's good for our show because of the stuff that we film with.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Crappy ass phone.
That's actually good.
Yeah,
that's
like
actually
it's
good.
Way bigger. It makes no sense to have it this way, like at all. Like this way, it's the same aspect ratio as fucking TV, movie screen. Like
you can't fit anything in it.
No, like it's been pissing me off for fucking 15 years.
There's so many ways when you're trying to make content and you're trying to maximize the, the capabilities of the cameras and stuff that you're doing. You're doing the editing. You don't want to give up, frame area.
Right.
You like the way something looks, but you end up compromising because everybody wants it, in that 9:16 where you get like just this.
Yep.
So you lose, 2/3 of the fucking shot that has so much more context in it or shows like a better environment or gives you some kind of context.
That part.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Like people will hire us. We'll bring $150,000 camera rig out there, and they'll be like, "Oh, could you shoot it vertical?" I'm like, "Could you fuck off? Like, why are we here?"
That's insane.
Wow.
Like,
use your own iPhone, Dick.
I'm gonna turn my fucking, Ari Alexa that fucking they shoot the best movies and somehow turn it sideways. Like, fucking, we'll keep it wide and you could chop it down. Like,
yeah, exactly.
How about you pull your phone out and you do it?
It's better with the phone.
Like
if you want it vertical, it's better with the phone like 90%.
It's designed for that.
Yeah. And
but you want me to bring out this expensive camera and all of these, and you want me to shoot it vertical?
Shoot a crappy vertical video.
Yep.
Why would you?
Pay me.
Because they want to tell people that it was shot on,
Yes, they will pay you and blame you.
Pay me and blame you.
Yeah, they want to brag, and say, if this was shot on this camera or whatever, but like, okay, you pay extra to make it look worse.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, if you want it vertical, and they'll put you in like an environment that's
like a bad haircut.
Yeah, it's like, I want you to shoot something that makes no sense vertical. Then you bring all this gear and then
film this semi from the side.
Yeah. And they always want to show you something like, hey, kind of make it look like this. I'm like, I could have 20 years ago before I ever picked up a camera before. But now I'm actually incapable of shooting something that looks that shitty. I'm sorry.
It's just like,
God,
hey, I'm learning a lot about behind the scenes talking to Gary. He's definitely giving a lot of points behind the scenes of what takes place.
I've learned a lot from Gary.
Gary, you're very informative. You're a wealth of knowledge over there, sir.
Yeah, things are changing like so quickly. Like,
super fast.
I mean, the lines are blurred of what's like good and what's not good anymore. Like, when something's good, like, consciously or subconsciously, you could tell. But now it's just like, people always like, do you make content? I'm like, no, I don't do that. But
I make my own shit.
Yeah, it's like, and people like, you know any good videographers? I'm like, no, videographers shoot weddings. Like, that's not what I do. Like, if they ask for that, then like they're asking for something different. But now people that just shoot with their phones or wedding, like whatever, they've gotten like really good.
Hell yeah, they have.
The gear's gotten so much better. Like, people are like actively trying to learn how to edit and frame shots correctly, and everybody has lights now and shit. Like,
it's a different
quality's gone like up a lot.
Remember waiting to get your pictures out of a fucking little envelope from fucking like the drugstore?
Oh yeah, like
the mystery package. You never knew what was going to be in there.
Was praying that the pictures that you took were all taken correctly because you got the camera that had faulted some of the damn pictures.
Or your buddy didn't take a picture of his butthole and sneak it in there.
And praying that there's nothing on there that's not supposed to be on that roll of film. Okay,
because I got shitty friends that'll do stupid things with your disposable camera.
Oh yeah, we did that. There's one shot of the nuts every time. It has to be like.
I am in the room.
Hey, do they still sell disposable cameras?
I don't think
They probably
so, right?
do.
Yeah.
They probably do, and they're probably like $50. They're just like nostalgia. Like people use Polaroids.
They have those Polaroids now that you can carry around.
Yeah.
With the instant.
I still love Polaroid.
I do.
I think they're the coolest.
I gotta shake it like a Polaroid picture every time.
I hate
like
Polaroids.
picture.
When I first started in television, when we had to like go to nightclubs or whatever, you have to get a release from everybody on camera. So now you take a picture with a digital camera. Back then, I had to have a Polaroid. So in my backpack, I had to have like 500 fucking film, things of film in there. So you film a whole nightclub and there'd be a table of 10 people. Then someone would have to go in right after the camera moves, have a fill out a release, take their fucking picture, staple it to the fucking thing. Like, and that shit was heavy as shit. And like, you're waiting for the thing to like develop. Like, it was a motherfucker. And like,
that is evolved, man. Like, yes.
We've evolved a lot.
A lot when you really think about it.
Cameras get smaller every other day. I get mad at technology because I spend money on something, get it, and then the next day something like crazy better that solves all the problems that I have with the one I'm looking at.
It's like that. Like, as soon as you learn how to do something, you don't need to know how to do that shit anymore because the next one does it for you.
You know how much editing and audio that I learned over the years that is now not necessary? Because of technology.
Yeah, like
I'm so pissed. I'm like,
it's good to know the fundamentals, but like, man, like the shit's getting crazy. And
yeah,
it's
but
like,
see, it took somebody that had a knowledge like you did to build something better.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Like, it has to be a pioneer. Yeah. Like, I'm not a podcast pioneer by no stretch. Okay. Way late to the game. But you're right. You have to have a certain amount of stake in the game to be able to run an operation. If you don't know how it works internally or you haven't done it yourself, then you're just a figurehead.
Amen.
And nobody that works with you, for you, or consumes your product will trust you because it's not authentic.
Mm-hmm.
And when shit stops working, like, and if you don't know, like what the fundamentals, then you're fucked. As soon as whatever gadget you have, like that Grimes or whatever, the DJ at Coachella, like she's not a real DJ. She has no idea what she's doing. And like, they set up her shit wrong. So like the BPMs were off. So like her set was a disaster. Like she didn't know how to DJ actually. So like whoever was on the decks before left the sync button on. So like it was syncing things together that were like not supposed to sync together. So she's just bombing up there. And she's one of the biggest DJs in the world and has no idea what the very first thing you learn is how to beat match.
Just throw her some vinyl and get to work if you're actually a DJ.
Yeah, like vinyl, they had no clue. But like literally she's up there blaming everybody and everything.
I saw the video. It was kind of sad. I felt bad for her, honestly.
Well, you feel bad for her. She made $30 million last year pretending to be a DJ. Like, I don't know.
Man, that's crazy.
30 million?
I feel like everybody's pretending to be something.
Everybody, there it is. Yes. Social media is one of those
I'm not
things.
a DJ. I pretend to be a DJ myself. But
you pretend to be a DJ?
I would never step up next to a DJ for anything. And I love making music all day long. But there's no damn way I'm going to make a fool of myself like that. That's a skill.
I at least try to learn.
Definitely a skill.
Like when I wanted to start DJing, I got real vinyl and turntables and like started at the beginning. Try to like, cause like I respect the art of it. Like I'm not just trying to make money. Like other shit, if I just want to make money, then maybe. But that particular thing, anything with music, like I want to know how to do it. I want to learn. Like I put out my own shit. It's not the best. I could have somebody else. I could pay them to do it for me. But like I want to learn how to do every aspect of these things.
Nobody can do what I want.
Nobody can do what I want. That's deep.
My vision. It's my vision.
That's
if you're
deep.
expecting somebody else to paint your picture while you tell them the instructions over their shoulder, it's going to fucking look like some kind of shitty concoction.
It's going to be distorted as hell.
Think about that.
Yes.
Telling somebody how to paint your picture.
That's just basically saying like, you can't see the vision. You won't understand the vision how I see the vision.
And I don't know what I want until I'm at a point within the process that gives me the idea for the next step. I don't know the end product when I start something.
You don't.
I never do.
You never do. You just going in, just All right.
Wherever.
Depends on if it's like,
me too.
I'm going for it.
if it's art or if it's business.
Yeah.
Like that's the separation in my opinion. Because like graphic shit that I'm going to sell to somebody else, like that I'm not that invested into, like I'll pay somebody on Fiverr to do it for me if I don't have the time or something like that.
Yeah.
But if it's like something I'm going to present to people and say, I painted this or I made this beat or like, this is my art.
You
Like,
gotta do it.
no one else is touching that shit.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I might have like somebody mix or master my stuff for me because I'm not good at that, or like, edit something for me that's a much better editor. Like when I get it to a certain point, and then they could like polish it up, like that kind of stuff. I think.
And then still, you're only doing it with people that you trust and know.
Yeah, like we'll work through it, and they'll like normally they know what I want because they worked with me enough. They're like, and if they do something I don't want, then they're also like cool enough to like not get buttered about it. Just like, hey man, like that's cool, but like I was thinking more like this, and like 9 out of 10 times, like they get it if they're an artist as well, because like, hey, it's your shit. It's like the AI stuff. Every day it like gets crazier and crazier. So I have no idea like how I feel about it day to day.
That's the widget. I think it replaces the crap that we mass produce, and it makes art in all its forms that much more valuable when it's made by a person. It actually gets the respect now. You don't have to make a fucking ashtray 150 times to sell on Etsy. You can make what you really wanted to make, over one time, and it gets the respect because it's not an artificially intelligent widgeted item made by a machine. I think that we see art's value go up when it's made by man. Music, same thing.
Same thing.
Everybody's saying AI is going to take over music. It can do all these voices, all that kind of stuff. But it doesn't feel the same.
It doesn't. You can tell the difference of someone who sings from a pain perspective,
Lauryn Hill.
versus an
AI
artist
can make
who's
something
just doing
that
some
sounds
shit.
like Lauryn Hill, and if you didn't know, you wouldn't know. I don't think.
Wait, say it again.
AI is gonna make some stuff that sounds exactly like Lauryn Hill. I don't think you'll be able to tell the difference if you didn't know.
It can make something after the fact, but it cannot create it up front.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've heard some AI stuff that just sounds like
soul?
I think so.
You think so?
I could send you stuff right now.
Of feeling it itself then? To
No,
reproduce
but
it?
No, but if it could take all the information from every soul artist that's been successful throughout history and take all that data and create something out of like every thing that has been successful. Yeah, probably could.
You have a different belief in this shit.
I don't.
But I could play you 5 songs right now, and I bet you couldn't tell which one's AI if one of them was.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
They become soulless. Remember we did this once.
Yeah, but it's getting way,
better.
way different.
I don't know what I feel about that. But that just becomes a new paintbrush.
That's crazy. It's just taking away all the feels of mankind, of just that
That's why performing and like being live is like that's where
that's what I mean.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If we made AI, how do we ever lose the feeling of touch? We just create something that continually creates and copy. So what do touch have to really deal with it physically when we already physically touched the beginning? We are the creator.
Yeah, I agree with that to some extent because I could tell it to make a song about
it's all part of it.
My childhood or losing a loved one, like whatever. I can have that make the song with my feelings like that I wanted to. I can't sing.
Yeah.
But
I feel it. I definitely understand it, but we make choices in life.
But that's the human input into the cycle.
Right.
But it's still a human input into the cycle the whole time. Still.
Yeah.
Think about it. When you make a choice, right? You got choices you're going to make. After you make that one choice, whether you choose to do good, evil, whatever you choose to do, every choice behind it has already been made because it's still the same choice. So we decided to create AI. We already touched it because we were creative.
Well, then
we just replicate.
This is a rabbit hole.
It is a rabbit hole.
I think we save that for another episode. We're pretty far into this one.
Because the whole conversation is going different.
Oh my God. It's going to be a long day.
That's a rabbit hole.
Man, before we wrap up, I want to thank Andre and Nikki for making this trip here to see us.
Definitely.
We've been friends for a lot of years.
Yes.
And I haven't seen you in 4. It's been driving me insane.
That's crazy. That doesn't even seem that way.
It doesn't, because when we're in a room together again, it feels like no time has passed.
No time has.
And that's rare when you have those connections in life where they can just pick back up on the spot.
Yep.
And I appreciate that. And you guys,
we love you.
You know your family.
Definitely. Love Jay all the time.
He uses you as an example of his black friends constantly whenever there's like something that comes up.
Hey, you know what's so funny? I was about to say something. I don't want to interrupt. I was like, he was the only white guy in our wedding.
I only know that because he's told me 1 trillion times about it.
Hey, but we love and embrace everybody, man.
Andre, how long did it take for me to ask you that question?
Which one?
How many years after the wedding did I finally ask you, hey, was that the only white dude there?
Yes.
Oh, really?
I waited like 3 years to ask you. Because it's an awkward question.
That's not awkward.
Not awkward. The picture
shows. For us, it's not awkward.
Picture shows.
For a white dude.
Yeah, they knew you were the only white guy there. Like, they definitely knew that.
No, like, so, case in point, I'm not going to say anything that happened, but bachelor party.
Yes.
That was, this is a detention edition episode,
You good,
secondary.
You good.
Right? I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah.
But
There's a suspension. We're going to detention.
Oh, okay. Still
Really okay.
Okay. So I show up there and it's somewhere in the city and a strip mall that used to be like, I don't know, it looked like an insurance sales place and something else. And I remember I had to pull into the back of it.
Good detail.
And there were junk cars. That's how I knew it was an insurance place, because there were cars that had been wrecked that were probably being looked at behind there.
You noticed.
And I parked my car beside one of them, and I'm like, okay.
Like, what the fuck am I?
I drove past everybody, right? Everybody's standing out in this open area behind the building, hanging out, talking, doing their thing.
Conversation.
Right? Amazing. But as soon as my car starts driving through, everybody's like, skirt.
Yeah, because they probably thought you was
watching me in slow motion, like just staring at me, and I'm like, "Oh man, this is I got this." I honestly don't get worried about it. As long as you conduct yourself as a normal human, people are going to treat you like.
They thought you were the cops.
That's why I said
they did. They probably did it first.
We call them 12.
But I'll tell you, I got out of the car, walked up. Andre was standing there. We were like, "Hey, what's up?" And all that stuff. And we started to head in, and Andre was standing on the back of his truck, and he goes, "I just want everybody to know." Nobody fucks with Jay.
That's right.
And he told the guy at the door when we walked in, because they were checking for weapons, and he's like, "You don't check him." I couldn't have felt any cooler.
He said, "Hey, listen,
you're probably mad you didn't bring your fucking.
Like,
you probably were mad you didn't bring something with
what
you.
What the fuck is this?
Hey, the funny part is when I announced everybody, they was like, "Okay," and everybody started talking to him. Hey, what's up?
I had so much fun. So much fun. But I did discover that the classic suburb bachelor party versus the I saw some crazy.
It goes down.
Like, holy shit, dude. Like, remember, first of all, I got to mind my P's and Q's.
Leave it there.
Right? Because I'm invited to this.
Yes.
I am an ambassador for my race. I'm in a situation. Like, I cannot be acting like a fool, fall out of my mouth. I got to
So you got to rep.
You got
to rep for your people.
Yeah. I'm hands on my lap, watching forward, eyes forward. Like I'm in class.
Don't know why.
Right?
Don't know why.
One guy's like, "You could slap her on the ass." I'm like, "No, I can't."
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
That's what I was about to say. Hey, babe, how many strippers did y'all put around her?
Oh, it was bad, dude.
20.
Oh.
I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall seeing that shit.
Best part about it, it still makes me laugh.
6 poles.
There was this woman that she was well endowed in the posterior.
Yes.
And she I don't know, I think she was fucking targeting me for whatever reason. I in retrospect, I think that she had, she wanted to see me squirm just because she thought it was funny. But she came up there, and I remember I was sitting in a folding chair. Like the ones that when there's too many people in church and they have to pull out the ones that are metal in a rack. Ain't nothing sound about this fucking thing.
No.
And I'm sitting on it against the wall, and she comes up, turns around, and I swear to God, she must have jumped 3 feet in the air and came down fucking can first, right onto my lap, and I felt the chair go down a solid 12 inches. I was like, oh shit. And when she stood back up, I think she was coming in for round 2. She was gonna like do a drop, and I fucking bolted. I rolled off the chair and got out of the way because I was like, I can't be the guy underneath the woman in front of all of you. Because Audrey would never let me live that down. If I was laying underneath,
that'd be amazing.
Fucking
and the best part, catch a picture of it.
No, I look like a goddamn documentarian. It was
Yeah, you're like Michael Moore, like in Flint.
Now, see, I got something to tell about that. See, this is the problem. So as I'm moving through the party, everybody's talking. I see Jay in the corner, so I tell the stripper,
I'm just
take care of him. Take care of him. He should not be sitting in the corner by himself.
No, I shouldn't.
He is all with us. Because the first time I caught Jay in the corner, we was all outside talking. I turned, he's in the corner. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, man, I don't know nobody. Okay, don't worry. Come on over here. Hey, Jay over here talking to us. Let's go. And we all having a conversation. So we got in this area. We all going in. Don't touch him. We good. He good to go. Let's get in. I'm like, all right. When Jay come in, he's like, what the fuck? I'm like, yep. We had 6 poles, strippers, 20 strippers.
Poles everywhere.
There's poles everywhere.
I love it.
I
love it.
He was like, where do you want to sit? I was like,
not on that couch. I can tell you that. I saw
sit on the couch. You should have sat on the couch.
No, that couch looked like it had been sat on by a poor man.
So definitely didn't.
No, there were black lights in there.
Everybody that sat on that couch.
Definitely, we know it was a lot of
The
shit.
couch was not. I told you, I already went to the folding chair.
That's right.
I was that desperate.
But everybody that sat on that couch, if multiple strippers would come and dance on you, just sit there and just try. But Jay was sitting by himself.
I'm glad you didn't sit on the couch, Jay.
I would have been stuck.
And what the crazy part is,
literally stuck. Yeah.
So why is he by himself?
I'm okay. Because I'm trying not to do something stupid.
Why he by himself? No, go get him. So when I said to get over, get him, and I seen him run, but I never knew because the chair was
that shit. I swear to God, you know, like when you sit on something and it gives a certain amount, and you're like, if I let my knees not take over right now, 100% gonna bust my ass right in front of everybody. The other thing I saw that night was I saw 2 rival stripper groups get into a fight in the parking lot. Who was more slutty?
Yep.
When he told me that, I was like, what?
Hey, the crazy part is everybody was inside. They were outside fighting, so everybody come out. We watch because we just taking a small chronic break, enjoying.
Taking a small chronic break.
Get it all in.
And I tell the DJ, relax, get you some water. We finna all go outside and hang out for a minute. We go outside. These 16 females out of the 20
earrings coming off.
Finna fight.
That's ridiculous.
And they're mad because I called 2 different groups of strippers to get 20. They was like, you should only call one. Who you talking to? This is my money.
Man,
I do what I want.
When the one group leveled up on him and started doing a little bit dirtier stuff, the other group got mad.
And they leveled up.
And started telling them that they're...
It was competition.
It was competition. Well, that was a good show. That was a good night.
I thought
solid move.
Good night.
There was fire.
Yes.
There was.
I think it was good for
It was everything but fighting.
It was
everything but fighting.
They were leveling up.
We wouldn't let them fight. So they go in there and do something even worse. That girl shot that fire. I was like, or her body went on fire. I was like,
oh, that scared me.
And then the other girl said, oh, we gonna do this and do that. I was like, this.
They were like hanging upside down, shooting Ronin candles.
But the dumbest thing, this was the dumbest thing. And I like strippers, don't get me wrong, but some of them don't think correctly.
Most.
What happened?
And I want to make sure when I say don't think correctly. So some of them started heading to the car late from the left. I said, nah, y'all still got like 2 hours. Why y'all leaving? They ain't got no more money. I said, who ain't got no money? Well, they told me they ain't got no more singles. Y'all got all the singles. Why don't you offer them change?
Yeah. Why don't you give us back the goddamn singles and like
take the big bills?
Yeah.
That made
exchange. And they was like, all of them had the mouth like, oh, I said, I'm done.
Yeah.
You should walk around and say, who needs singles? And all of a sudden, the girls come back to them saying, hey, who needs singles? Everybody.
Nobody gonna throw a 50 out here.
Come on, you got all the singles. Yeah. Can we have them back? We can buy them from you.
Yeah, I'm not buying a lap dance.
I just told you, it's 20 strippers. Y'all got you at least, if you got $100 and that's $2,000 worth of singles.
That was pretty
dumb. It's way more than that. It's like a light bulb when they all got in the car and said, oh yeah, let's go get some money. I was like, yo.
Yeah, I bet they knew that for the rest of their career though.
I couldn't believe it. In the grocery store starving. Like,
yeah, locked in the grocery store starving.
Well, there you have it. That's why they're strippers.
You know what?
Usually they're smart with shit like that.
It just, that's the simplest thing. That was simple.
Yeah, that
usually that's the shit they're good at.
Exactly. Be good at your business.
I mean, if it's dollar bills, you should have the economic understandings to be able to
do anybody have change.
I mean, if I'm going to have to get naked and do some shit, I'm at least going to get paid.
Absolutely.
I'm going to know how it gets to me and I can increase the amount.
And even if you tell us, I'm going to walk out with a garbage bags full of ones, wow, you can walk out with half garbage bags full of hundreds.
Yeah.
That sounds like one of those riddles that my uncle told me when I was a kid.
What?
Keep dancing. Get the 10, 20s up. Take these ones. They're going to keep throwing the ones as long as they keep getting change.
But not real change, Gary. You cannot throw
Don't throw no coins at them.
No.
Gary throws coins.
I did one time.
He makes it rain.
No.
I made it hail.
Yes.
Wait, what?
He threw coins at a stripper.
Yeah, I was in Canada and I was real drunk. And I'm not allowed in Canada anymore, but for different reasons. And I went and gave him $50 for singles and they gave me all these coins. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't want coins. And they're like, in Canada, coins are $1 or coins. I'm like, well, I don't want those. I'm like, give it back to me. He's like, we can't exchange Canadian money for American money. I'm like, you're holding my 50 still. I'm like, just hand it right back to me.
Like, it's yours.
Yeah, I tried, and he fucking like moved back. He's like, I don't give a fuck what you do with those, but you're not getting this back. I'm like, you don't care what I do with them? So I get as many in my hand as I could, and I fucking railed back and just threw them at the stage as hard as I fucking could. And it just pelted the shit out of everybody. And
hey, Gary, I'll show you more.
The lady took a fucking coin right to the teeth.
Right to the teeth.
All out of them. Yeah, I got fucking
spinning at her favorite song, came around the pole and took a fucking coin. Loony. Like one of them Canadian loony or tuning coins.
And if he threw it with all of that force, that shit hurt.
Yes,
I did. I got Fresh Prince of Bel-Air out the front door. I was like jazz going fucking flying out the fucking front door. My friends didn't even make it in yet. They were smoking outside when I went in to get the change. They didn't even make it in yet, and I got just tossed.
Damn,
they was
Gary.
like, damn, that was fun.
Like, really, that quick, Gary? We just got here.
They weren't surprised.
No.
Yeah,
okay. Well, you got the rep to go with it.
Yeah, you got the rep.
We're going to be splitting this into two. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Super excited to have you here. Now we're going to have some barbecue.
Amen.
Love it. Gary, always good.
Pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure meeting you, Gary.
Next time
I'd be in to meet you.
Most definitely.
I told you I had black friends.
Hey, Gary, he got a picture of us in the house,
I have a picture on the
we really are his friends.
Yes.
I'm like, what's your black friend's name? He's like, Dre. I'm like, oh, yeah, Dre. Yeah.
That sounds real.
He's like,
sure.
You're right.
Yeah, but he's my black friend,
He's on
Dre.
the Chronic album?
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably
cool.
NWA, huh?
Good choice.
Oh, yeah. Love you guys. All right, man. Remember, everybody, be cool and keep learning.
All right.